Thank you, OBS. I'm glad we disconnected before the stream even started. Hi there, everyone. Hi, welcome. Hi, and welcome into yet another live stream. And today, hi there, hello. Hi, Mr. Best. What are you doing today? I'm coding. Today we'll be coding, we'll be programming, we'll be making programs and code and everything in between. That's what we'll do today. Wow, the music is just in the mood. I like it. Alright. Is it too loud, too quiet, too inadequate, too adequate? How is everyone doing, by the way? Mr. Bear Solo, how are you all doing? Ah. I'm great. Well, I'm glad to hear that you are great. What would you? I am also doing fine, mainly because yesterday we got it to work. We actually managed to get this to work. In case anyone remembers. Hi, Devanon. Hi. In case anyone remembers, yesterday we finished this, which may not look like much, right? It's just a grey screen, so not that interesting. Until you realize that we can type. What does this program do? It's an graphical engine. So basically it doesn't do anything, it just, you know, it's just a way for us to turn logic into graphics. Oh, that's a pretentious way to put it. It's basically a way for us to just do stuff with, you know, you can see, right? Like for the text to appear, for us to have a window, right? Grey background, or let's go and such and such. Can you copy and paste stuff into this? There is, didn't even implement a spacebar yet. That's actually what we're gonna start today's live stream. We're going to start by implementing a spacebar. Like a render engine, like the render window for Blender? Not a render engine, no, a graphical engine. So more like any program you've ever used, ever. You know how when you open Firefox, you get a nice window where you can click and where you can type, and not like a terminal command line? That's what we're trying to do. W key input. I don't remember what it's called. Got it. Yeah, so basically a graphical engine for anything. Because the thing which GUI engine, yes. Well, GUI stands for graphical user interface. So yes, graphical engine, basically. Good luck, bye, make it. Bye, Venon, going away already. Well, have a good one. Good luck, I suppose. I don't know, I'm not good with goodbyes. I'll learn how to make GUI apps. I mean, there is plenty of ways to do it. There are simpler ones, there are more complex ones. The simplest one is to just use HTML. There's nothing wrong with HTML. You can use Qt, but I am using none of them. I'm making my own. Because, I don't know, I'm just that kind of wacky fella. What is spacebar? Backspace and spacebar, that's where we'll start. GLW key space, okay. Character change will be equal to... Ooh, no, this might be -1, actually. If we do 0, that's not going to work, is it? Where did you learn the documentation on your YouTube channel? Documentation. Yeah, that's an exclamation. Damn it! Can I do -1? Well, documentation, and I implemented everything myself. This is mine. This is a purely make it approach. Can I do -1, please? Oh! I am a genius! That worked in the first try. Okay, that's good. Kind of good, because that means we're working with less. Well, we only have 96 anyway, 95. Now that's for the key space. Then for backspace, it will be pretty simple, because you see, for backspace, what we have to do is just do the exact same thing, except right here. Actually, let's copy this one, it'll be easier. If it's backspace, then we just instead of changing the character to change, we just take the MKT font object size of text and we reduce its size like this. No, right here. Reduce this. And then, once we try it again, I'm pretty certain we should just be able to say make it happen, and then backspace isn't working. Okay, good. Alright. Now, matching the keyboard key structural functions, which type do what? Yes. It's a bit tricky, mainly because, well, as you can see, it's a bit tricky. The main reason for why it's tricky is because I basically created this... Hold on, I'm looking for a way to word it which won't sound completely pretentious and unbearable. I created something called MKT font object, which basically is a bad name because it's not a font, which basically is all of our text. And that object has the font we're using, which basically this image. That object also has the transform, so where are we moving it? The color of the text, which is also something we can change. And then the text itself, and then the size of text, so how many letters there are. And right now what I'm trying to do is... Oh, I know why it's not working, because we're only subtracting 1, we need to subtract 2. Oh, there we go. Now it should work. Oh, okay, I don't wanna be like, oh, I'm amazing and whatnot, but I'm just saying. It took us, I would just like to mention that it took us, I think, around 10 hours, maybe more, to get to this stage. This may seem like a trivial thing. Also, if I press backspace, everything should break. Yup, when I pressed backspace, everything broke. The reason why is because right here we also want an if, and we want to check if the size of this is greater than 0. Then subtract, and now it shouldn't break. Do you ever think about making coding tutorials? I thought about making video about code. Yeah, and now we can press backspace all we want, and it still broke. Oh no, greater than 1. We're subtracting 2 from it, so that could be it. How about making a video about coding? There we go, now it's not breaking. Sweet, nice. So I thought about making video while coding. In fact, I scripted around the half of that video and finished animations for 1/3 of that video. But then the whole idea just sort of fizzled away and I haven't gotten around to just finishing that video. I might. Also, I'll make a video about this in the end. I will make a video about this in the end because this will be for another project and I would really like to document how we got here. Hide the Mac shit. Funny, it's actually kind of funny because this livestream started with head stuck saying Mac shit, so speak of the devil, they shall appear. Alright, so we have the enter now. Now the next problem is the fact that we need a new line. Now the best way for us to implement a new line is to just add right here new line. And then for this new line, we just want to subtract it from the... or add? I don't know which one, I think subtract. Subtract makes sense. Subtract from the y position, multiply by 0.1 for example. This is all just as a test. And then in the main C, let's add a new line every... Yeah, let's try it. So right here we have... Basic idea will be that new line. Each time we encounter a new line, we basically want to create a new line, of course. I'll make a video about of making a whole new coding language yourself. This 2 hours long, right? I mean, tutorial on how to make my own programming language. Programming is not exactly what you think. It's your GitHub profile pic. That's not great because my GitHub profile picture is my logo. A tutorial of how to code wouldn't go exactly how you think it would go, mainly because coding itself is trivially easy. Teaching someone how to code is kind of like... Okay, you have to understand the difference between two different topics here. Computer science and coding. Teaching someone computer science is kind of like teaching them how to cook. Teaching someone coding is kind of like teaching them how to whisk. You know, so coding doesn't actually require practically any... Unless you're doing something really specific. Some really specific case, then... Really specific optimization case, then coding itself does not require any skills. What mainly requires skills is the computer science, for which, surprisingly, you actually don't need coding. Which means if I ever were to make a video about, I don't know, for example, making a new coding language, most of that video wouldn't be about coding. Paradoxically. Like a 2-hour-long video of making a new programming language, out of those 2 hours, if I actually wanted to make like a full make-it video in which people would actually learn something, then maybe 15 minutes would be dedicated to coding, maybe 10. That's because it's mostly, in that case, it would mostly be about, oh, would I want to, no, I wouldn't want to create my own version of executables, would I? I would need to get into the exe files and how they work. Which sounds like a pain. I've worked with DLLs once, but DLLs are child's play, the way I did them in comparison to exe. Got it, okay. Good, so yeah, all of this is really simple. That's actually what's so annoying about coding. Most of the interesting and impressive parts of coding are the ones that no one actually understands unless they made it. So for example, right now, the way I've set it up is incredible to me because I can just add a new object like this. If I wanted to add a new font, all I have to do, if I wanted to add a new font, all I would need to do is just go right here and just pop in the name of the font. That's it. Maybe make a video on lambda calculus then. What is lambda calculus? I've never heard of lambda calculus. What is lambda calculus? And instead of offset, there's obviously new line. And then for new line, we just want to test that, so we'll just do... This is an int, correct. So let's just do char new line is equal to 0. And then... that's tricky. That's really tricky. And then let's just do if glfw get time is greater than 3, then u is equal to 1. Let's try it now. Oh yeah, and hold on, we also want the new line to be right here, because if we input character, then that's going to break everything. Now to... It worked on the first try. Wow, color me impressed. Aaron and I are just incredible. Good. Good, that's really good. That's swell, that's great, that's nice. So now what we want to do is we want to define the char new line for each new font, and then for each font object right here, we just want to... If you... No, wait. If you are equal to 100. That would be our new line. So right here we want the letter to be this. If it's... and then else. Else just draw this. If it's equal to 100, however, then that means we just got the new line, which means that... give me a second, I'll read the message in chat in a second. I'm just onto something here. Then plus plus, and the letter in question will be -1. And now, if we build it, nothing will happen because we haven't defined the input for enter. Enter, right, which will be 100. And then if we build it, then we run it, we can do make it. And we also need to reset the... okay, that makes sense. We also need to... that would be a bit more tricky. Lambda calc is like programming, but it's just math. What? I've never... maybe I heard of it? The calc. No, no idea. Oh, you can tell that you can tell that people who came up with this had fragile egos. Lambda calculus, or lambda calculus, is a formal system, mathematical logic for requesting computation based on function abstraction application using variable binding and substitution. Come on, just... there's no need to pretend, like... Universal model of computation, it can be used to simulate any Turing machine. Oh! Hold on, you mean like... oh my goodness. Oh, I know where I had lambda. Okay, you mean like x is equal to lambda... I don't know, m to second power, and then print x file. Like this. Oh my goodness. Oh wow. Only... it is impressive sometimes when people come up with a system and then... I'm assuming it's a fragile egos. It has to be fragile egos. There is no way you can confuse a topic so much that even someone who's used this function cannot recognize this. Even though it has the same fudging name. Is this lambda calculus? That's an awful name. Isn't it just a function? Hold on. Formal system mathematical for pressing computation based on function abstraction and... it's a function! An application using variable binding and substitution. It's also called a function! I am fine. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot when computer scientists or programmers do this sort of thing, where they pretend something is way more complex than it actually is. Oh my goodness, I implemented it once in the C myself. Oh, there's no need to overcomplicate things. I'm not mad at you, Lambda. I'm mad at people who came up with this. Okay, so when we press enter, we get a new line, but our new offset doesn't change. So right here we'll also need unsigned int offset equal to 0, and also this should be an unsigned int. Pretty dumb of me to do it as a char. And offset 0, and then for each loop we want offset plus plus. And then if new line is new, then offset... oh no, offset... oh no? Oh yes, okay, good. And offset is equal to 0, and then we just use offset instead of character. And this should work, I think. Okay, so... that's curious. I mean, we did... This is function, but you can do funky stuff like pattern matching. Pattern matching, once again, alright. Pattern matching, checking given sequence tokens for present consider some patterns. Sequence restructures in pattern matching include open location of any pattern token sequence output. This is so horribly written. Act of checking a given sequence of tokens for the presence of the constraints of some pattern. You can do the same thing with functions. That's just the function. Just the function. The way functions work in C is they are actually pointers. This is just a pointer to an action. That's how you can think of it. So right here we have a function, and basically whenever we call this function, what actually happens is right here in the executable, we just have an address, and then computer takes that address and checks it, and it's like, okay, so this address tells me to do this, 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 and this. For lambda calculus, it's the exact same thing. So what's the difference? What is the difference between lambda calculus and a function? Because even in the Wikipedia definition, based on the function abstraction application using variable binding and substitution, that's called a function. I am genuinely upset whenever programmers or computer scientists just want to pretend like they're more clever than they actually are. It bothers me. It bothers me a lot. So right now you're able to type in your GUI program, but what do you want to do at last? Like, do you want to build a text editor or something it's called? No, I want to build a general client. That's what it's called, a client. It's basically would be a client for every single robot that I'll ever make. So this is just like a quality of life thing, just to make my life easier. I'm just making it because I'm lazy. Well, I suppose then the next thing would be... Oh yeah, by the way, one nice thing about what we're doing here is the fact that we do have all the text stored, which means we can actually access it at any time. Although I did do that in a pretty silly way. I should fix it. So right here we have texture struct, which is bad because we would want the text to be in a separate spot. When I plan to end this everyday live stream, why would I end it? Did you not like it? Why would I end it ever? I'm doing it till I die or until I find a better hobby. One day I'll become a swashbuckling space pirate and I'll still be streaming my plunders. Hi, the Sangska. Hi, welcome. I'm gonna stop when someone makes me. And they can try. I'll stop when society forces me to, and even then it's gonna be a tough fight. Okay, now, the reason why this is idiotic is because, first of all, it's called a texture, for goodness sake. As funny as it is, we should change it. Because... font. Now, actually, font will be the same as texture, so I guess we can just keep it as texture. And we can keep this as a text struct and have it as text. And the reason why is because now we can have visual mkt font object as a font, and we can have mkt text object as a text. What's the end goal of this program? Making good text like VS Code? Okay, in the end, here's what I liked it to do. Alright, now this is for the future. Don't judge, or do judge, see if I can. It will look something like this. On the left side, you'll have like a terminal. That's not the terminal. I just select part of it, and then I don't know how Paint works, to be honest. Okay, screw it. We'll do it with this. There we go. On the left, you'll have a terminal in which you can input stuff. Then right here, probably, I don't know, I haven't really thought of the layout. Right here, maybe, probably, you'd have like a little menu for picking which bot you want to access. Then right here, you'd have like a 3D model of the bot you're working with. And then right here, you would have like a log of everything happening inside of that robot. And then right here, you would probably have the documentation. That's the end goal. Now, in order to do it, what we need a terminal, which we're working on currently. Then what we'll need to implement the log, which will be easy. Once we have the terminal, implementing a log will be pretty simple. Then we'll need a menu, which will be a bit more difficult than the log, but we'll manage. Then we'll need documentation, which will be way more difficult. And then we'll need the 3D model, which will be the most difficult, but not as difficult as it seems. Make it live stream. Oh, and make it live stream. Doing some complex computer stuff. How would you end up in MS Paint? I'm explaining the complex computer stuff. That's what I'm doing. Okay, so now that we divide it into font object and text object, what we can do is what we have to do is we have to go right here, and we have to change it to texture, and then text object. Now this will be different, because this one is a texture and this one is text. Makes sense, doesn't it? Which means right here we want to take these away. Right here, this just times texture. And then, God, what was its main function? Well, a client. So you basically connect the robot and you have everything. Connect the robot, and I don't know, you want the robot to jump it twice. Well, then what you do is you like select the thing and tell them to jump twice. That's what you do. So a client. Why not use Raylib? My guy, wait, actually, what is Raylib first? Before I completely dunk on your idea, which I'm planning on doing, don't worry. Let's first check if Raylib is what it sounds like. Okay, yeah, there's program library, 200 video with programming, factory interface, no pure spartan program away, you really enjoy coding. I'm already doing this. Why would I use it? I'm already doing it. Hold on, what's the difference between Raylib and just using OpenGL? Okay, so it's a programming library to enjoy video games programming. No fancy interface, makes sense, right? No visual helpers, makes sense. No GI tools or editors, okay. Just coding in pure Spartan progress away. Yeah, I already, but what's the cheat sheet? Hold on. Isn't this just GLFW with OpenGL? Oh, this is just slightly oversimplified OpenGL. You even have swap screen buffer or poll input events. That's just GLFW. Where is it? Main. Poll events and GLFW swap buffers. This is just GLFW. Swap screen buffer and poll input events. I'm sorry. Those functions are intended for advanced users. In which country do you live in? Russia? Ooh, racism much? Well, you just assume Russia because of the accent. You know what they say? Assuming makes an ass out of you and me. Read the font stuff. Font. Can be useful when using basic shapes in a single font. Finding a font chart, wide rectangle with large. Yeah, this looks just like OpenGL except without OpenGL. I guess it would be like for C++ programmers who don't like dealing with low-level stuff, but still like dealing with... Okay, so it's basically for like programmers who don't like dealing with low-level stuff, but like dealing with semi-low-level stuff. It's for C. It's for C! Okay, that confused me a bit. I just don't see the use case. Maybe I'm missing something. What is the difference? Okay, you know what? Let's just break it down. What is the difference between using this and OpenGL? Why would you want to use Raylib instead of OpenGL? Okay, can you tell me a calculus law or something? I have some complex integral calculus for 7 hours straight. If 7 hours, yeah, good for you, calculus lord. Already with lord. Is this Python HTML board? I'm doing. Let's see. It's easier, but is it really? I wouldn't say so. Oh no. No, you did. Hold on. Okay, this is upsetting. Oh, why? Why? Oh no. Internal, why? Okay, this hurts. Why not malloc? Why not realloc? Why not free? These are... Oh, that hurts. It's easier. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's easier exactly. I would just say it's different. So when you take a look at all these functions, what you realize is that these do the exact same thing, or they at least try to do the exact same thing as already existing functions. For example, like malloc is... It's not from OpenGL. There's another required. Yeah, I mean, I do realize that, but most of these functions, from what we can see, they already like exist on their own. Init windows, close windows, windows should close, window ready. All of these are just GLFW. Maximize, minimize, I don't know exactly, but that's not like something that would be available GLFW. Most stuff is already implemented. Yeah, but it also is implemented in GLFW. All of these I don't know if set clipboard text counts among them, to be honest. And I think event waiting might also be there. All of these are just GLFW functions renamed. You don't have to deal with implementing role and VO. But implementing those is not difficult. Hold on. This single function, that's it. 155, 104. That's 50 lines of code. once. That's it. That's not like 50 lines of code per each. No, that's just once. 50 lines of code. We're not repeating that. That's because then you can use the uniforms for shaders. So this GL create shader function I used to create my test shader, my image shader, my font shader. That you don't have to write. Yeah, but you have to include the whole library to not write them. And also you need to relearn every single function, or actually learn it for this implementation specifically. File system function, that's no, why? Okay, file system function. This already exists in C. File management. This already exists in C. Custom callbacks. Okay, that is not as trivial to set in C, although I don't know, actually I haven't set up that many callbacks. That might be kind of trivial to set in C. This is just very basic C. Take screenshot. This actually might be useful. Random value. I don't understand where it would be useful. Take us in it for fun. It was easy. That's why I asked. Zibinen, I would really recommend you try OpenGL on its own, because if you made a text editor using Raylib, then you are fully capable of making it in OpenGL. And if you make it in OpenGL, then you won't know abstractions of functions, you will just know the abstractions. No, I have. Yeah, precisely what I mean. This is, yeah, really? This just seems way more convoluted. Like, the specific reason for why I'm using OpenGL instead of already existing things out there is because OpenGL gives me more low-level access. I haven't decided between computer science and aerospace engineering, so which laptop should I buy for engineering? Aerospace or computer science? For computer science, you shouldn't buy a laptop, you should dig through your neighbor's garbage and then assemble a laptop from the parts you find there. That's because true computer scientists, they don't ever build machines, they just dig them out of the trash. For aerospace engineering, however, you would need a pretty good one. I would also be doing Blender almost all the stuff you do as a hobby. Well, for Blender, I would recommend a PC. Mainly because doing Blender on the go isn't as sexy as I make it look. But also, PCs are just cheaper, and in this case, you will just need, you know, just a good GPU and so on. I'm not dunking on you. No, I mean, it's fine. Actually, I am the dick in this situation. I am the one who's doing the dunking, so I do apologize for that. This is my stream personality. I have to seem entertaining. I don't have to be entertaining, I just need to seem entertaining. We have to be on brand here. I'll try checkups. By the way, what was I doing? Oh yeah, right, we're doing text. Hold on, which part of text? Oh yeah, we're separating the text object into the text chair into text and texture. Right. I am lost on where we finished off, so okay, dot text, which means we want let me go, what time was around 3, so we can calculate the rest. Calculate the rest what? Calculate. Math to invade my privacy, that's mean. Text object dot size of text, because for each character. Then mkt font object size. We don't want for each font object size, we want... I really messed it up, didn't I? We want text object size, because for each text... Oh, and then right here in the text struct, we also want the unsigned in font. So this will be the font we use for that text, which in our case will be a 0, and in it we also want to GL, or not GL actually, MKT create text, which won't need a file, will just exist. What was it make it? Tell me please. In the morning or the afternoon? What are you trying to figure out, Samska? You can just ask me that, that would be so much easier. And for create text, we just want to, well, create the text. What's really convenient about the situation we find ourselves in is that if we try to compile it, it will tell us exactly where the problems are, and that's because this text you can't really find in the, okay, right here we also would need unsigned int. And font. And this will be just our font. Correct. Right, sweet. This will be the font, and that's actually it. Oh no, it's not. Of course it's not. It never is. There we go. Tell me country then. It's Poland. It's not a secret. And also don't tell me your country. You could add a please in there, you know? Good manners never had no one. Jeez, kids these days, am I right? Just no respect for the elders. Then we have create text, sweet, and also at the same time we would also like to create text right at the very beginning when we mallocate everything, right here, font object, and also, okay, this create text 0, which creates new text object with 0 font, and right here hi Einstein. No, I haven't seen you in around these streams in a while. Okay. Create text, sweet, text created, and now we can just... We changed it in it, now it's time for us to change it in the main, which means text object size for each text, correct. Then text object I size of text, that's also correct, and then GL shader program, and right here we want shader fonts, and then oh wait, also in it right here we want to define the function, which I mean, yeah, it is an int and we're not dealing with the output in any way, but okay, GL shader program, we don't care about those. What we care about is MKT font object. Precisely, the font object we want is this one. This is the font object we want. And now what's really nice is that right here if we go to clean up, obviously want to clean the text from the text object, and then one last thing, which is input, and in the input we need to change everything to text. So select it, not quite select a font object, but fine, change all occurrences. And then all of these font objects have to be replaced by text object. Alright, let's see. How much left make it? A lot! Okay, it broke, sweet. Init C and main C undefined reference to MKT text object size. That's because right here, whilst we do define the extent of MKT text object size, we do not define it in init C. So right here, we need this. Oh, errors, my beloveds. They just tell you exactly where the problems are. Alright, and now in main C, MKT selected font object, undefined reference to MKT selected font object. In main C, well, that's curious. In main C, that doesn't make much sense. Ah, I see, okay. Okay, I was not expecting it to just walk. Oh, alright. Good. That's good. That's good, right? Wow, it walked on the first try. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a bit flabbergasted. I guess make it lives in Portugal or Ireland or New Zealand. Just don't guess, I suppose. I have a question, why has most teams switched to AI robotics? Why has most companies switched to AI robotics? Why isn't anyone working humanoid? Do heavy walking or controlled by humans? That's because Einstein, how in depth would you like me to go? Because I could just tell you that, you know, the companies these days, the big companies these days, their management is incentivized to pump up the value of the stock instead of actually working for the benefit of the company, and they work for the short-term games instead of the long-term games, which then usually tanks the products in the process but creates huge value for the CEOs and sometimes shareholders. I do sometimes shareholders also get screwed. So I could give you that answer. Oh, I could just tell you because it's the hype. Just pick whichever you want. Game is very popular in Poland. Can you please name and remember him? I have no idea what you're talking about, buddy. I had a crash, by the way. Alright, so we have this. Now what we need. Oh, can we just delete the render? Is anyone actually gonna miss the render we deleted? Because I feel like the render isn't actually doing anything. I don't think it's even included. If we like delete it, is anyone gonna miss it? The answer is no. Okay. Okay. Because you don't have to pay for robots if you have humans controlling the robots, you have to pay them. That's actually not the reason, Speeden. Because what you have to realize is that robots aren't capable enough yet to do all the work, so you can get more value by paying humans to do something that robots can't. There's still plenty of work that humans can do that robots can't, right? I mean, everything can be automated at some point, but we're just simply not there yet. So, you know, exploiting workers is a very common practice, everyone knows, so you can actually pay someone and still make a lot of money from them. But the main reason is the hype, is because companies care more about the value of the shares than the products. It's called entshitification, which is honestly pretty lovely. If we could automate stuff, that would be great. No one would have to work, but unfortunately we can't yet. Because most tasks are too complex. For example, I don't know if any of you ever seen robots that can build a house. What you will find is that these robots don't look like what you think they would look like. House building robots. That's because, like, if you take a look at them, you will see that these robots are extremely rigid, let's just call it. So robots like these aren't smart enough to actually build a complex house on their own. They are just there. These aren't really house building robots. These are more like bricklayer robots or concrete pouring robots or stuff like these. That's because actually building a house from the start to finish is a very complex task. They are a robotic arm. Precisely, yeah. They are more like a robotic arm that just repeats a movement. And so in this case, creating better tools for the workers would be much better than, you know, making a robot to repeat a task. Of course, we can't go too much to the extreme. A robot which just repeats a task is still extremely useful. But upgrading tools for the workers would be a better deal in these cases. Obviously, that's just an example. There is much more. The mining industry, basically any, like, you know, hard-working industry where we needed to use our muscles for a long time, it's always just much better to upgrade with more and more sophisticated tools. But the problem is, the normal standard tools used for building a house, upgrading them and making them better, that's not really something you can generate hype with. In order to generate hype, you need something revolutionary. It doesn't really matter if it works or not, it doesn't really matter if it helps anyone or not, you just need it to sound great. And AI-powered is basically what we do nowadays. Now, that's not to say that you can't build amazing things with AI, I mean... Come on. As we all know, TFTA is amazing, and TFTA is working on open muscle, open source forum, muscle-based finger tracking device, or just basically open source prosthetics. So you can do amazing things using AI. It's just that the main force for pushing AI into everything right now isn't really that AI is so useful, only that, you know, it unfortunately generates hype. That's the society deep topics. We're not here to talk about politics or economics. No, we're here to code and program. That's what we're here to do. All right. So now what do we need to do? Now actually we can have different. Oh yeah, I know what we need to do. What we need to do is we need to do something which normally we would have a. Oh, my taskbar broke again. Damn it. There we go. Robots to build us up to the Mars. I mean, right now, ideally, we want robots to automate all human labor. This is such a... Isn't it such a bizarre problem? Okay. Oh, no. Okay, you know what? I need to go on this short rant for a second. Because that is such a bizarre problem, isn't it? The fact that lacking jobs... We consider not having enough jobs to be a bad thing. Now, mind you, that's not like humans not being able to be productive. No, our problem is not having enough jobs. So if all the robots replace us, one problem, which some people mentioned, is the fact that there will be no more jobs for anyone to do. Why is that a problem? I am so upset with that view, because why would that be a problem? AI is basically stupid right now, but great for marketing. There are certain AIs which are really smart and really good at what they do, but these are mostly AIs made by researchers to test something out, not really commercial AIs. Mine sounds something, but every time European make it calls my name, it makes me feel like I'm special. What did you just say? It's just colonial mindset or something, but every time a European of my YouTuber make it calls my name, it makes me feel like I am special. That doesn't sound healthy. New technology creates more jobs. Yeah, but why would we want more jobs? We need money. We don't need money, we need value. Like, the reason why you want dollars is because you can buy... The reason why you want money is because you can buy food with money. It's because you can buy housing with money. It's because you can buy whatever you want with money, right? But if robots take over everything, all labor, then you won't be earning anything, but the housing will still be there, the food will still be there, the goods will still be there. Which means that if AIs take over everything, we'll be producing just as many things, if not more, orders of magnitude more, except no one will have to walk. Why is that a bad thing? That's what I don't understand. New technology creates more jobs. It doesn't. And basically, because of religious guilt and the general mindset, that's why people are dependent on jobs. Yeah, but isn't it kind of silly that we're, like, at this point, forcing ourselves to work for no reason? Not studying organic chemistry. I only like to say physics and math, but the school system sucks. Yeah, school system is a whole other kind of beans. Honestly. I could figure out on my own. I already did once, but I'm lazy. Transformational matrix. Ooh, Wikipedia. Would you happen to have all the equations I require? Or would you not happen to have all the equations? Oh no, reading. My kryptonite. I could just implement it on my own. I could just implement it. I really don't want to though. But that's what people are concerned about. Yeah, but it's a really weird concern in my opinion. People are concerned about not having money, but this is just like a textbook example of misalignment. People think that money is valuable, but money is not valuable on its own. Money is only valuable because we think it's valuable. And the reason why we think it's valuable is because we can buy things with it. And the reason why we need to buy things with it is because these things took labor to make. But once things don't take any labor to make, why would we ever need to buy them? So the reason why capitalism is such a great system is because basically it gives people an incentive to do jobs which society needs to be done, but no one wants to do. Which means that in capitalism, if there is something no one wants to do, but society really needs it, then a person that does that thing will be rewarded more for it. Rewarded for doing something no one else wants to do. That's why capitalism is great. However, when AIs automate everything, when robots automate everything, then there is no longer any need for competition, right? What's the need for money then? The main upside of capitalism disappears. Obviously, we shouldn't take that too far. As I mentioned, we're not at that stage yet. We shouldn't just dismantle capitalism right now, because that will lead to bad problems. But we should, lack of jobs should not be a problem. I don't disagree. You know what? I'll take that win. You think universal income should exist, like everyone getting the same income? I think it should be way beyond universal income. As I mentioned, right now, capitalism is great because it basically rewards people for doing something no one else wants to do. But in the future, once robots automate everything, there is no need to reward anyone for anything because no one will do anything. No one will walk. If no one walks, why should some people get more than the others? They're not walking any harder because no one's walking. We don't need more jobs, we need to be more skilled. Opinion. I mean, I suppose I agree. I mean, it's always good to be more skilled. In this case, I think I get what you're saying. So, as in, we don't need more jobs, we need more, skilled jobs because the low-skilled jobs will be automated quicker. I'm guessing that's what you're saying. I suppose I agree with that. Make it, most jobs we have right now are meaningless. People are just stupid. Not most, but a concerning amount. Only those jobs are more dangerous, require manual work. So if we improve the skills of workers, new jobs should be created anyway. I agree with that. That's, yeah. Universal income will be just how all people are paid in the future. I mean, why would you need universal income at that point? Why would you need money? So you get money. The main point of money is that you get it and you pay it for someone else to do something for you. But when robots automate everything, who are you going to pay? No one does anything then. You get your money, you get, let's say, $10,000. What are you going to spend those $10,000 on? Who are you going to pay? You agree with my opinion? In a few moments. Chris, you're talking about... You have a very toxic mindset when it comes to debates. You shouldn't value the times when someone agrees with your opinion. You should just take their arguments and evaluate them for yourself. Don't count the times when I agree with your opinion as a win and the times when I don't agree as a loss or something like that. Just evaluate my arguments and evaluate your arguments. If you think your arguments are more reasonable, try to convince me. The people who own the robots. Yeah, but that's such an arbitrary thing, isn't it? Like, because people who own the robots, that doesn't mean people who build the robots or people who design the robots. That just means people who own the robots. That's so arbitrary. It really annoys me that that's actually... that considering we're trending right now, that might be where we end up. I don't have a toxic mindset. No, I mean... Not the toxic mindset in general. I mean toxic mindset when it comes to agreeing opinion-wise. Saying it that way. I didn't mean a toxic mindset in general. I meant toxic mindset when it comes to agreeing or disagreeing. If we do anything, how would that affect our psychology? If we do anything, I don't quite get that. You mean like if we don't have to walk? That's another thing people misunderstand. Once we don't have to walk, that doesn't mean we can't walk, it just means we don't have to. I would say that's a huge win. That's why actually I'm so glad that I live in Europe. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad I live in Europe. Like, Europe is basically just like stranded in between two, let's just say, past superpowers. You know, on the west, like Wild West America and Wild East Russia. And Russia is basically just a dictatorship. No, I don't have to say just, basically just... Russia is a dictatorship, so obviously living there sucks. And America locked itself into this just absolute cult of capitalism. Now, I'm not going to say that capitalism is bad, because it's not, in my opinion. But in America, it's more like a political suicide to ever go against capitalism, which is a dangerous thing. Because then people don't evaluate capitalism on its own merits, they don't evaluate certain cases, they always assume capitalism to be the correct thing. Like, communist is basically what you call people you don't like. I mean, it's more like people want to have it, and traditional people just in that position. Humans, creature of tradition, why should we act like babies? That system. That's how we get the 1984 system. Man, 1984 is a whole other issue. But as I mentioned, that's why I really like living in Europe. American, and I approve this message. Thank you, Biden. I have this love and hate relationship when it comes to American politics. You know that feeling when you have a balloon, right? And you keep pumping it full of air. And at some point you realize, oh no, I've added too much air. And the balloon is about to burst. And you know damn well that what you should do is you should let some of that air out because the balloon is about to burst. But you keep pumping more air because like this childish curiosity to see just how much air you can pump in before it bursts. And the entire time you're pumping, you're fully aware that the balloon is gonna burst and you're gonna lose a balloon. It's gonna be awful, and you don't want that. You should let some air out, but you just keep pumping. That's basically how I see America. I just see it as this balloon constantly filling up, and like I know it's bad for the people living there. I know all of the hatred, all of the violence is awful, but I have this childish curiosity to see just how much you can pack in there. I love Americans, and I love America, but I wouldn't want to live there. It scares me. It's terrifying. Remind me of climate change. Oh, I actually have the same thing with climate change, yeah. Like, on one side, you know, we probably shouldn't, you know, we probably shouldn't increase the global temperature quite as rapidly as we are, but on the other hand, I'm curious to see how much we can increase it, right? Does that make me a bad person? I feel like a bad person after having said that, you know. I'm just curious, scientific curiosity with this. Game dev stack can change. I mean, I could use GLM actually. I'm pretty certain I could just do GLM. How difficult is GLM to include? No, GLM open GL. So it's the OpenGL mathematics. Header only. Oh, I love you so much. Oh, wait, don't I already have GLM in my SDK? I know so many Americans who live in America, and also American politics is very much disconnected from American citizens, I would say. So American politics really seems like this Team A versus Team B issue where both sides hate each other, but that's only politics. Most people are awesome. The urge to destroy something that you get as a child, face television, there's always the voice in your back of your head. Right, yeah, okay, so I'm not crazy, that's good. Okay. So drive C, if I'm not mistaken. Why am I pronouncing it that weird? SDK, sweet. Do I have GLM? Oh, I actually don't have GLM. Ooh, well done. Now I do have GLM. That's glad. Alright, so inside GLM we have CMake. Why would I need to CMake? Isn't it header only? You told me header only. I feel cheated and deceived. Oh, so C++, which is kind of annoying. Oh no, it's C++. I should really read things before including them, you know. Wait, did I manage to somehow get it to work in Ventum Engine? I think I did it once. Did I do it in Ventum Engine or not? Whoa there, it's fine, I know I use a VPN. A few minutes, up to an hour. I'm not saying I'm impatient, but would you mind? You are unbelievable. Huh, always works on the 7th try. Repository 0. Oh yeah, I'm getting a multi-app. How do I always forget that's a different name? Right here, I'm pretty certain. Wait, did I include the includes math? No, okay, that's my own math. I do GLM. I don't think so. I don't see it anywhere. Oh no. Or did I forget to include in dependency hell? That could be a possibility, in which case, shame on me. Wow, there are so many things. Del Q. Oh my goodness, Del Q was... It was something, certainly. This is... well, it certainly is code. It certainly is. Why did I do del Q this way? Functional thing. Oh, because we need to delete different things in different ways. I remember now. Tasty spaghetti code. It isn't really spaghetti code. This is insanity. Oh yeah, right. I tried to make my own GLM. Wait, this is not GLM. Or is it? That's not GLM. It's not GLM at all. Okay, so the answer is no. Good. For C, maybe. Header only. C GLM. Yes. Is it header only? Please let it be header only. Alright. Hi, the Crossum. Miss me make it? Crossum has returned. Yeah, haven't seen in a while. CGLM. Let's just get to it. Git cd up. Git clone. Okay, CGLM. Let's see. Because it says C programming language, and I said let's see, which sounds like letter C. I am comical. Wow, I hate myself. All right, CGLM. Right here we have all the head. Is it? It can't be header only. There's no way. Live streams. It's fine, Crossum. It's fine. Okay, GLM. Function operation inline library call link. Almost all functions are marked inline. Always inline, so compiler will probably inline. Versions just GLMC. C stands for call, and so GLM. Okay. Why do I want to call instead of inline? I believe I'm going to answer my own question in a second. First of all, obviously, always confuses me with how people make libraries, because I'm certain there is a reason. Why would you want it to be statically linked instead of header only or just with C files? But for the load of me, I never figured out why it's done the way it is. Which is wild considering how much I've coded in C. I spent years coding in C and I still haven't figured out why it's done this way. And honestly, at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. I want to include C, SDK, CGLM, include CGLM, and then I hope this should be enough. It won't be enough. It never is enough. I copied the wrong thing, of course I did. Oh, I guess I should have include them. Fine. Do you pay them to watch a live stream or stream some type of important job? Why do I keep apologizing? I'm confused. I mean, no, I don't pay anyone to watch my live streams. What? That's crazy. What a crazy idea. Happy, where'd you... I would... What do you mean pay people to watch my live... That's insane. How would I ever... I'll pay you later. How would I ever... That's... Whoa. Wild. Speculation. Okay, can we... use it now? Oh, I guess I should have first figured out how to use it before going. Okay, GLM translate. Okay, so we have our mage C. Sweet. Yes, we do. That's great. Now, can I get like a documentation on how to use it, or struct API? Because it really seems like this is just a array with 16 numbers. Oh, we can use it as header only. Makes sense why it compiled actually then. No Swift package, no. How to use? Okay. Include GLM, got it. The header will include all headers, then you can call function example rotate vector by axis. Well, let's try that. Wait, no, we don't want to rotate vector, do we? Scientists so deep in the craft, stop being careful and just start saying it is what it is. Yeah, you're so right, it is what it is. That's a wild notation. Wait, what does it even mean? Hold on. When you include square brackets, isn't that just a pointer normally? Like when you have a float with square brackets, isn't this just meant to be an array, which is just a pointer? Oh, but oh wow, that's a wild notation. Okay, I already know how to send it to GL because I did that. So, would you happen to have any more examples? It's not like I need them, but I do need them, please. Yeah, it has to read me. Anything else? Wouldn't you happen to have a documentation, would you? Like it. Ooh, maybe. Oh, okay. Invest of camera ward matrix. Create without ward matrix. Oh my goodness! I need casting to an array of matrix 4 arrays. Array of matrix 4. Okay, so this is just the pointer. So you could just do pointer. That's still wild notation. Correct me if I'm wrong. Couldn't it just be done with mate 4 like this? And then address of project and so on. Or just mate for S. But I guess this is more readable. I guess that's the problem. I guess I'm not used to writing readable code, actually. It sounds like you're playing chess, but more complicated. I mean, no, in this case, this is just notation, except in C you have different ways that mean, all of them mean the same thing. That's different. So for example, when you have an array, right? So if you have like a number, if you have like a couple of numbers, like number 7, number 8, number 3, and number 2, like this, then you have 4 numbers. And then if you have that array, which is called ARR, ARR, then if you want to get, like, for example, the third number, you could do it like this. Or you could do it like this. Let's say it's an unsigned int, for example. Right? Plus 3. Plus 1 will give you the next one. Yeah. So both of these mean the exact same thing. And I do mean the exact same thing. It's not like, not only do they give you the same number, they mean, from a compiler's point of view, the exact same thing. Good call, bye Megan. Bye Sanska, have a good one. Free array, I don't, can you do free array? Never seen that. Which leads to all sorts of funny quirks, like for example, we don't have to go far actually. Right here in input C, we use character to change, which is defined as the address of the mkt object dot text offsetted by this, which means we could change. We could also change this if we wanted to make this even less readable. We could just by doing this, and this should also work. And I don't even need to multiply by anything. You know what? Let's actually try. Add required an inner. Oh, do I need to cast as a char pointer? Is that the issue? I have no idea. Just compiler, let me do the thing. Let me do what I want to do. Value requires an unary operand. I have no idea what it even means. Oh, unless you're treating as logic. I have no clue. That's what I used to be good at this. God damn it. Do we need an address of this? Oh, actually, wait, no, we don't need an address, actually. It works. Perfect. And you know what? I'm just gonna leave it there. Just to confuse people, because it make... Oh, you know what? We can actually delete the brackets too, to be even more funny. And then size of text -1, yeah, that's correct. Oh, we could do it even better. Hold on. We could complicate it even more. We could take the selected text object, and then we need to take the pointer. Oh, we could complicate it so much more. I love it. Let's do it. So, second. So, textstruct, it starts with char. Oh, that's perfect. So, we basically want to take the address of textstruct, then we want to offset it by the size of textstruct, which I could actually plug it in manually to be for even more funnies. Oh, we're doing it for the funnies now. Which means instead of this, we'd have mkt text object. We just want the pointer to the original, and then to it we want to add mkt text object size of that selected object. But we're not gonna do it this easy, because that would be too easy. To this, we want to add the size of that struct, which is C sizes of different data types. It should be easier just printing them. I could just compute and print types in C. Yeah, but I need these specific sizes. Mostly of pointer. Because if we screw up, it'll all break. All this will just break. I love C. Oh, that's relatable. Data types. Can I just have this size? Maybe. Yeah, maybe. Unsigned int. Okay, right here we have unsigned int as both. Unsigned long int, unsigned int is 4, which means 8 plus pointer, any pointer. Oh, you don't have a pointer as a data type? That doesn't make much sense. What's the size of a pointer data type? What is the size of the pointer data type in C? Oh, we're going to make such a mess. Size of pointer in C language, yeah. Commonly 32 or 64. I kind of need to know, you know? 8. I'm assuming it will be 8. Complete guess. So plus 16 times MKT selected text object. So we're selecting that object. Now we can just delete this. You know, deleting it is not the smartest idea. Let's just... This worked, so let's save it, just in case we screw up too much. So now we can replace all of this dot text with this, and then to it we want to add the size, and the size is 8 more, which means plus this whole thing, unsigned int pointer of this whole thing yeah, unsigned this whole thing, this will be size of text, and then from it we want to subtract 1. Oh, you're not letting me. Why would you let me do that? Tab argument of unary of unsigned int. Oh yeah, this is supposed to be unsigned int pointer. Sorry about that. Pointer for incompatible type text pointer. Yeah, I know. Trust me, it's fine. It's so very not fine. We just got a memory leak. Okay, it's not fine. So we get the pointer of the struct pointer, and then to it. Oh, it's because we're not pointing the char pointer. No, we are pointing char pointer. Oh, I know why. Okay. So right here we get this, then to it we add the size, and this gives us this, basically. This is what we get. Now, to it... No, wait, this is not what we get. From it, what we want is... we want to cast it as a char pointer, to which we then add. Would that fix anything? I did something wrong. Yeah, precisely. How would that fix anything? I'm planning quitting the internet for a month. You know what? After seeing what I'm doing here, I get it. Wait, how would that fix it? Okay, so this as a char pointer, yes, and then this should mean the same thing as this. Unless it's not plus 16. What do we do? Size of text. A bit too readable for my liking, but fine, whatever. Okay, no, doesn't work. Let's leave it there, just in case. We cast it as a char pointer, which it should be. No. What we want is a char pointer. Pointer? Point it! Haha! Never mind. Okay, we're getting there. We're getting there, however. Because this is a char pointer. But this is a pointer to a char pointer. Right? MKT text object. Let me think about it. I can make it happen. I can do it. Yeah, we definitely need this pointed. There's no question in mind, because this is text. Okay, so first we want it point. So right here, this, the address of this is this, which means we want it pointed with a char pointer like this. There we go. Then to it, we want to add mkt text object, selected text object, which is all of this, but this is the address of the selected text object, which we then cast as an end, yeah. Trying to mess it up, but it's really difficult. This looks like spam. I mean, not that far off. Maybe right here, size of text. Maybe we just got the text wrong. We might have. No. We'll try this again. mkt text object plus size of text times mkt selected text object. This gives us the address of this, which means if we then point that as a text pointer, then we get the text. Except we don't want to point as a text pointer, we want to point as a char pointer, because we're just that clever. And not char pointer, pointer. Yes, this gives us the address to the char, which if I build right now, okay. Yes, that's good, that's good. And then we want to add to it the exact same thing, except instead of a char pointer, we want to add 8 size of char pointer, because we want size of text. And that pointed as a assigned int pointer. Okay, so it kind of works so far, and then -1. Figure this out, that's fine. Not difficult, it's easy. Now we get random garbage. For each key press, we basically increase the size of char pointer, so. I can make it. It's fine. Print. So dumb, by the way. Well, to be fair, so am I. Saxophone solo in the background, it fits. It's all 0. That's curious. I don't think it should be 0. 0 is font. What happens if we don't add the char pointer? Okay, no. The answer was no. I see. We do add the char pointer. 0, but it's constantly 0. Why is it constantly 0? Is it supposed to be U for unsigned? Just in case I'm messing that up. I mean, I clearly not, everything is broken. Okay, so this means 0, which means the size that we're trying to point to is 0. And because of that, we're changing a random character instead of what we want. So that's why this always changes the 0 of character. Is because we really are changing character number 0. What we want, however, is we want change the size of text character. Plus size of text times this. Yeah, that which selects of text multiply size of char pointer. Yes. Should give us size of text. What do we do plus 3 right here? I mean, okay, if we do plus 3, then obviously what's going to happen is we're going to change character number 3. Sweet. Which means the issue is really the fact that we're not getting the size of text. Now, why are we getting size of text? Good question. I'm about to sleep. Good night, Terry, then. Good night. Why are we not getting size of text? Been already streaming for an hour and a half. Great. Why indeed? It makes sense that this won't do much. Yeah, now we're getting just a ridiculous number. I'm so confused about what we are doing. This actually should be trivially simple, but I'm messing something up. I don't know what exactly am I messing up. If we cast it as a... If we delete the char pointer, right, like this, if we cast it as text, is that the problem? This wouldn't be text, this would be text pointer. Yes, that's correct. This would be a text pointer. Cast as a text pointer. If we point it and then we do dot size of text, how about now? Yeah, I know. Don't worry. Well, oh, do worry, because we just got a memory leak. I meant this. Oh, you did it this way. Well, okay, that's what you get for changing what I mean. Oh, we still get the same problem. But now it's increasing. Huh. I see then. So what we need right here is we need it as a text pointer pointed, and then alright, because it's a pointer. I'm such an idiot. Yes. Text pointer pointed, then plus text pointer pointed, right? Am I... Oh my goodness. That will give me text, and then we add the size of char. Then that should be unsigned int. I really hope I'm right. Okay, first of all, whoa. Plus half text. No, this is an unsigned int. Can't you tell? Can't you tell this is an unsigned int? We're adding to it. Yeah, makes sense. Because, well, am I gonna get the address? That makes even less sense. We're pointing a pointer and then they're getting the address of it. You can just get a pointer at that point. Ah, pun intended. Pun very much intended. Oh, what did I screw up? No, we're missing a... Okay. Oh no, wait, hold on. We're missing it. Sorry, what? We're opening, unsigned int, and some blue. Okay, so we really didn't plug it in. Warning, customer pointed to integer different size. Ah, don't worry about it. What could possibly go wrong? Why am I struggling with something this simple? This is ridiculous. Okay, let's step back for a second. Right here, as a pointer, this size of text just walks, which means if we take this, if we plug it in right here, it just walks. Which, I mean, I don't love it. No, whoops. This is not a text pointer, it's an unsigned int. Don't worry about it, it's fine. Just trust me, bro, it's gonna walk. Build. Don't worry about the thing. See, it works. Perfect. Don't you worry about these warnings. They just happen. Pointer from integer of a different size. Just trust me. It's fine. I mean, I'm pretty certain we can sidestep the issue just by taking the address of it and then calling it an unsigned int pointer and then pointing it. I'm pretty certain that way we could sidestep a warning, because right now what we basically are doing is... No, right now we just get an error. Okay, cool. Oh yeah, because I forgot about the last thing, right. Oh. So I guess we can't. That's a bit tricky. Oh, I guess because we're getting the address, but we don't know what we're getting the address of. Ooh, I see the issue. I like this then. So we try. Yeah, we already tried that. I mean, this works. No, we're not in denial. I'm not in denial. It's fine. This works. But I really want to remove the warning. Wondering how. What's the warning exactly? Pointer to int. Oh yeah, because we are casting a pointer to an int. Well, technically a pointer. I have no idea it's a pointer. What if we point that text and then we just do a dot? Then we get an error. No, it's pointed. Just trust me, bro. Trust me, it's gonna be fine. There we go. No error. Sweet. Precisely what I wanted. Cool. There we go. Isn't it a much better line of code? Yay. We did it. I don't like the dot size of text, if I'm completely honest. I don't love it. I don't like it all that much. I feel like what we should do instead is we should just add, after we pointed at, we should just add size of char pointer. But I guess then with oh yeah, and also we can't add this. So what we need instead is we need the address, then we need to add it, and then we need to point it, and then we need to point it. But that doesn't work, does it? Yeah, this doesn't work because we're always getting a 0. Where are we going backwards? I should have saved the one that worked, actually. Okay, here's the thing. One of these, if we offset it by just the right amount, we will get the value. So here's my idea, alright? And I'll need you all to hear me out. What if we do a 1 dot percent u, 2 dot percent u, 3 dot percent u, 4 dot percent u, and so on. What if we, oh, actually even better, I can just do it with, I'm an idiot, yeah, I can just do it with percent d, percent u, and then end line, and then we can just do for int I is equal to 0, I is smaller than, let's just say, I don't know, 24, and, or size of text, kill 2 birds, 1 stone, and I++, and then right here we can just do I, and then plus this, and then we just need to figure out how much we need to add at the very end. So plus I, and then if we run it, we're looking for, okay, maybe how about at the very end another end line, just for the sake of clarity. Oh, I think we're getting somewhere. Now what we should be able to find is that, maybe I'm back, hi Sanska, we should be able to find is one of these numbers increment each time. So we're looking for a number which right here is a 0 or is a 1, right here is a 2. Oof, that's not helpful. We don't have a single one that fits that. Boy, that's rough. Why don't we just do D, maybe? We're looking for is a number which right here is equal to 1, right here is 2, right here to 3. Uh-oh. Huh. What if we just cast it as an in pointer? What then? Nothing, huh? Okay, I see. See the problem. Name of D-block elements. Oh, it sucks. Hey, make it. What is? Where's your actual come from? My actual come from is Eastern Europe. Okay, so none of these fit. Is it because the value is saved backwards? It might be. Might be that we're reading it back to front. So front to back. Can I read a value as back to front? What if instead of casting it... Okay, strike of genius. What if instead of casting it, we just read... No, we have to cast it. How am I supposed to not cast it? How can I make it more interesting, Master? I'm just kind of trying my own problems at the moment. For example, the fact that this doesn't work, but this does work if we just do it like this. Size of text. Like that just apparently works. Oh, we didn't get a warning. Okay, we're always one letter behind, which is... okay. We're always one letter behind, which is not great. Okay. I see now. Yeah, okay, I see. Alright. Couldn't possibly have anything to do with the fact that I just completely dissected this simple line of code into an uncomprehendable mess. No, that can't be it. It's fine. It's just having some... Okay, that's a bit of a problem. Main C. What seems to be the problem? The fact that right here we have the size of text. Yes. You also hate inorganic chemistry. It's all learning. So, I don't hate inorganic chemistry. I just hate the way schools teach stuff. We always... Do we need to add 1 to size of text? Spent almost 30 minutes on line of code. That's not even the longest time I spent in line of code. I once dedicated 3 live streams in a row for a single line of code, and then made a video about that line of code. So this isn't even the craziest time. I'm spending a bunch of time on a line of code. But this one line of code works if I broke something else. All of our letters... I have one idea on how to fix it, but it's not a very good one, and I'm not really fixing the underlying issue, only... Oh, right, that's why -1 was at the very end. That makes sense, actually. Okay, now it works. Alright, that's why the -1 was there. Oh, that makes so much sense now. Oh, I see. Okay. So is Biden. How would you rate my line of code? How would you rate it? On a scale from 1 to 3. Hi, the Munabai. Welcome. Have a sad Rosa. Welcome. I think it's a swell line of code if I do say so myself. Back discipleship and masters instead of schools. That's a great idea. On a scale of 1 to 1, I'd say about a 1. On a scale from 1 to 1, I would say undefined. Behavior is what I'll struggle with if I change any of these tracks in any way, shape or form. But we can make it better, actually. Right here, this is 16. Right here, this is 16. This should already make it better. And it shouldn't break anything, swell. I would just like to mention that we didn't achieve practically anything this action. We just made a really funny looking line of code. That's it. Hi there. Okay, how did I mess it up even more? Oh, I have an idea. Instead of doing -1, we can do minus, and then we can take like this, and then do this, odd with itself. Yeah! Now we don't even need a 1! Oh. Make it. How do you get the motivation to study? I just want to study. Simple as it could be. Be passionate about the thing you want to study. If it's not something you're passionate about, then find a way to make it something that you're passionate about. Find a way to make it happen. Hey, make it. Would you consider yourself a polymath or something? Great at science, math, chemistry, commitments. Also, most importantly, great by claiming not have read philosophy. I consider myself a generalist because I just can't pick a favorite. I can't specialize. I really don't like the idea of specializing. Specializing would mean leaving behind something, and I just can't. I'm too, I'm just a very nostalgic kind of guy. What are you doing? Honestly, Winabai, that's a good question. I don't know if I can answer that question. It's kind of... let's throw this in the middle, because I feel like it looks nicer this way. There we go, that's a line of code if I've ever seen one. Well, we just spent 2 hours on something that could have been done in 15 minutes. But you know what? It's not about the destination, it's about the journey. And I think the true client for the swarm of Boti was the friends we made along the way. Let's do physics and civil to reach 6,000. Did it really? Let me check. What should we do with the rest of the stream? Any ideas, anyone? Oh, we really did reach 60,000. Wow. Would you look at that? Let me check my Steam profile a bit, because I'm honestly not feeling like just walking with GLM right now. Games. Yeah, that's what I was thinking actually. Could do some games. I think I make it song because I was bored. Really? You mean to make a theme song? Input fields. What the heck are input fields? That doesn't sound fun at all. That's just an input. That's an HTML. Is that... One must imagine Sisyphus being happy. I would say one must imagine happy being Sisyphus even. That's my opinion. Anyhow, I feel like that might be it for today. It's been 2 hours. What are your thoughts about biology? It's fine. I haven't gotten that much into biology yet, so maybe in the future we will. Hi, the Caspian. You've joined in at a pretty awkward time. We're about to end the live stream. I must imagine this is buying Bitcoin. Anyhow, I suppose for now, that'll be it. Thank you everyone so much for watching, and have a great day. Bye.